Hello scrapbookers, this is Megan and I am back today with a new cut to you cut file layout. So for this one, you can see I am not working with my cut file yet, which is very unusual for a cut file layout. But while I was waiting for the cut to be done, I was going through, here you can see it's finished and I'm bringing it in. I was going through a few of the catalog pages from an Amazon Christmas catalog that we had gotten in the mail, and I was trying to decide how I wanted to make this layout and position it on the layout. So my idea was for this one to kind of show the difference in my children's wish lists depending on their aging. When they were young, all they wanted was toys, and now all they want is techie things. They want phones, they want Kindles, they want all of the tech goodies and no more toys. So that was my idea for this layout. So here you can see I'm going through a bunch of these pages and trying to pick out toys that they used to be interested in and stuff like that. Okay, so here you can see I am just playing around with the placement of the catalog pictures and then the cut file. At this point, I'm thinking I'll just cut off the star and just have the word wish there and then do the journaling down on the bottom. But I'm just not feeling it. For some reason, I'm just not liking the way it's looking. So I'm going to mess with it for quite a while. Here, my husband comes in and he's trying to help me. So you can see a second pair of hands there. And I'm like, okay, what about this? And he's like, what about this? And he was like, what if you do everything askew and then put the cut file on top of it? And I was like, oh yeah, okay, that looks good. And then I kind of just, as I was laying all these pieces down, I saw the phrase "tech the halls," and I was like, oh my gosh, that is so perfect, because they were going from from wanting toys to tech goodies, right? So now it's all about tech the halls instead of, toys. So I definitely want to include that in here. And I'm liking this, but it's still not exactly what I want. So I'm going to keep playing around, and I decide to set aside that background, and I'm going to play with some mixed media here. So this first one is very trial based. I am not going to end up using it. I'm just warning you, don't worry. It turns out looking very gross and I do not like it, and I actually threw the background away because I did not like it. So here I just decided to spray the word wish with some blue, and then I wanted to do the star with yellow, but I was having a hard time finding yellow, and the yellow that I did find, I think I had made myself with just some yellow paint, and it was really old. So as you can see, it did not show up very much at all. So I am off trying to find another yellow, and I did find I think it was Heidi Swap yellow. I can't remember. And then I also pulled out a gold. So here you can see it's not spraying very well. So I was not happy with how that looked. And I was like, crap, I totally just ruined my cut file. It looks like just awful. And so I'm going to try spraying the gold. The gold didn't want to spray. So I'm going to actually have to put it in a different spray bottle and then spray it that way. And I liked the gold so much better. So we're going to cut here in a minute to my real background. Okay, so now here you can see I have decided, since I ruined that other part of the cut file, that I'm going to use these negative pieces of the words, or of the word wish, and I'm going to glue them down using this to that adhesive. I don't think it's permanent adhesive, so I know I'm going to be able to pull it up easily. It's just temporary adhesive, so I'm gluing it down just to make sure that the letters stay in place and that my fingers don't get in the way because I know if I try to hold down the letter, my fingers are going to get in the way and then it's not going to look as good. So I'm going to spray with the Heidi Swap Gold Color Shine, and it turns out amazing. I'm so excited with how it turned out. Then I decide, okay, I'm gonna add the star because I wasn't quite sure if I wanted to add the star. In the end, I am going to add it, and I'm really glad that I did. It just adds so much more to the layout, and it actually becomes part of an embellishment cluster. So here I'm just gluing that down, and then I'm going to let it dry completely. I think I come back the next day. I did spray a little too much around the star, so I just go in and dab it off with a diaper wipe. And then I'm gonna leave it overnight. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to this page. This is where I have decided that this layout is going to be a double page spread, but I still haven't even finished this side because I'm just not sure if I like it and what else I want to do for it. But I did kind of want to show you the process of this page as well. I don't have photos of it though, because like I said, it's not finished yet. So I'm really liking this. You can see there's a laptop there. There's a Windows Surface, I think, or something. There's just a lot of techie toys. And then here's some more toys that are kid toys. And I'm just going to cut a bunch of these out and just kind of glue them down on this layout here. Okay, so now here you can see I'm slowly getting it to go together the way that I want. I did find this part of the catalog that says Top Toys, and that was so perfect. So this page that's going to be on the left-hand side can actually have its own title, and it'll say From Top Toys to Tech the Halls. And that's going to kind of show off the idea of they used to love toys, but now all they want is technical things to play with. And then the layout on the right hand side is going to be the wish list layout. Okay, so here you can see kind of the general idea of what it's going to look like in the end. Like I said, I'm still trying to work on it and perfect it, so it's not done. But for the most part, I think it's going to stay like this. I just need to add a few more things to the title and then it should be done. But I'm really happy with this page, and it totally shows what I wanted it to show. Okay, now here you can see my background is dry, and this is the next day. I am pulling off the letters and the star, and it looks so amazing. I am just so happy with how this turned out. I couldn't have wished for anything more. So there it is. It looks really pretty. And by this time, I had decided that I was going to use photos. At first, when I started this layout, I was thinking I wasn't going to use photos. I was just going to do the catalog papers. But since I did decide to make this a 2-page spread and have the catalog papers on one side, I did decide to do photos on this layout. So here you can see I have a photo of Jonas and Brennan on our couch, and this was Christmas morning 2009, I want to say. 2008, probably, actually. And no, you know what? I think it was 2007. Sorry. Brennan was 1.5 years, and Jonas was 2.5. Because they're 2 years, no, he was 3.5, sorry. I know how old my kids are, oh my goodness. Anyway, it's a pretty old photo. They had gotten toy laptops for Christmas, and then back in, I believe it was 2016, we got the kids a real laptop for Christmas. So the photo on the far right side is a picture of all three boys opening up the real life laptop and just being like, oh my gosh, like so excited about that. So I thought those two photos kind of portrayed this idea of how their wish lists have changed over the years really, really well. So I'm going to mat each of the photos on these two pretty pieces of paper. One of them is red and then the other is a pretty floral. And I just ripped the bottom of the paper off. I thought that looked really nice and kind of created another decorative texture. But I am so in love with this layout. This is probably one of my favorite ones that I have created lately. I had so much fun making this one. Make sure that if you want this cut file, you head on over to the shop and you can purchase it. I will have links below. And yeah, make sure you pick this one up because it's really fun. It's a fun one. Anyway, so here you can see I am trying to figure out what else to do with this layout. I was kind of lost. Once I got the photos on there and I had the mixed media background, I was a little bit not sure what I was going to do. Then I remembered I had this cutesy Christmas ephemera pack. I don't remember who it's from. I want to say Doodlebug, but I really don't think it's Doodlebug. So I'm not sure. I apologize. If you know what collection this is, please tell me, because I've already thrown out the packaging and I have no idea. So I'm pulling out some trees and the words ho 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 and some presents and just a bunch of different things to kind of add some Christmassy prettiness and a Christmassy vibe to this layout. So I am going to staple down and glue down all of these things, and I'm going to fast forward to where I do the title so that you guys can see how I do that. Okay, now here I am going to start on the title, and you can see I have all of the embellishments done. I really, really love how they turned out. I pull out this really pretty freckled fawn alpha, and I'm not sure if they sell this one anymore, but I picked up quite a few sheets of this white one just so that I would have it on hand. I really, really like it. So my title is going to be, Oh, How Much Their Wish List Has Changed. And I'm going to also include, I think, a 6x12 piece of paper. I haven't decided if I'm going to do like an insert or if I'm going to attach it to the back of this layout and just have it as a pullout or something like that. But I'm just going to talk about how much they've changed over the years from wanting toys to only wanting technical goodies, iPads, Kindles, phones, things like that. So, spoiler alert, we are giving Tinian, our 9-year-old, an iPhone for Christmas. I'm kind of freaking out about this decision that we made. So, yeah, that's how crazy much our lives have changed and evolved, because we were those parents that were saying our kids are only going to get flip phones. Our kids are not even going to get flip phones, until they're like 16, 17, 18. And we went from that to now all three of our kids are going to have smartphones. And yes, they are older iPhones, but still, it kind of gives me heart palpitations that my kids have become part of this crazy, crazy world we live in. My 9-year-old is going to have a freaking iPhone. Anyway, and it is all for communication purposes, and we're not paying, out the butt for a phone bill or anything. It's mainly just to be able to get a hold of them and to make sure that they're safe and things. So that is really the only reason. Anyway, long story short, this was a really, really fun layout to make. I hope that you enjoyed watching my process. I will be back very soon with some more fun Christmassy layouts this week. I hope that you are having a wonderful December, and I will see you later. Bye!